pal.
Easy,
My
pal.
Kool-Aid's. Watch your own Kool-Aid, pal.
This is nice.
Let me tell you
I
something.
kind of like this.
I love our studio and how we, always decorated with all of like our fun stuff and all of our people that we know and their cool art and things.
Right.
But like, man, I gotta tell you, I'm like next level in it right now. We are surrounded by the giant head crawly thing from Thing and a giant Art the Clown Terrifier head right over us covered in blood. I mean, this is the spot to be.
Where are we at?
Horror Mongers Collectibles.
Welcome to Scaredycast, everybody.
Yeah.
Brought to you by our friends at Value Sesh. Go to valuesesh.com. Use code Scaredy. Also brought to you by our wonderful friends at Fright Rags. I'm wearing a Fright Rag shirt right now.
Oh, I am not.
I'm wearing my Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey Death shirt, but everybody always thinks it's Fester from Addams Family.
I'm wearing my Predator shirt that looks like a metal album.
I bought that for you.
You sure did.
And
It's one of my most prized possessions.
also, this episode is brought to you by Horror Monger, where we are recording today. We are inside Horror Monger Collectibles at Mesa, Arizona.
We're watching
best,
people
coolest
shop.
year-round horror shop. Dude, they got everything in here. Matt,
Dude,
like, just
there's a pinball. There's a whole ass
A
Halloween
Halloween
pinball machine right there in the background.
They
You
got-
have Fluffy.
you got Fluffy Mask from Creepshow.
Dude,
There's
everything
figures
here.
and statues
I
and
can't
posters
believe-
and shirts and coffee mugs.
And like unique stuff. I've been to a lot of horror
VHS
places,
tapes,
but
socks,
there's stuff
magnets.
I've never ever seen before here.
They got it going on here. Where'd my phone go?
This is my first time, so I'm kind of like
I've been here a few
I'm pretty
times, so I'm
shocked.
kinda
I'm
like-
pretty flashbanged right now. I'm just like, holy Christ, this is it's awesome.
Welcome to Scaredycast, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Kelsey is not here. She's in Japan.
Still in Japan, yes.
She's been in Japan for like 2 whole weeks. And she's still got another week to go with it.
And she's barely talked to us. So she's probably
she's
real
probably
busy.
just
Or
knee deep in dudes in Japan.
Oh,
just
man, you
like,
think so?
yeah, man. What is, yeah, like, I can imagine what she's doing over there.
Oh my
There's a
God.
Michael Myers man in a chair over there who I thought was real for a second.
Did that scare you? It looks like Weekend at Bernie's right
What
there.
if it started moving?
Oh my God! Don't do that. Now I'm gonna be looking over there the whole time.
God.
Oh man. So yeah, we're here at Horror Monger. If you guys haven't made it out here, oh my God, the amount of cool, spooky, weird horror stuff they have here, from like socks and movies and just all kinds of stuff. You got to come shopping. You got to come look. It's amazing, and everybody here's so damn nice.
I don't have a creep of the week this week,
What, really?
so we're just gonna jump right into some cryptid
Oh my
stuff,
God,
man.
because that's Kelsey's bit.
yeah.
Oh shoot. Well, all right.
We don't have no creep this week. Sorry, y'all.
We'll have to fill it with other content.
Before we jump into cryptids real quick, we're going to shout out 2 new patrons.
Get out. Are you shitting me?
I'm not shitting you, dude. Justine Lestrange and Carl Shorling
Dude.
are 2 new patrons.
Justine
Thank you
and Carl,
guys.
thank you guys so much.
If you guys want to be as cool as them, go to patreon.com/scaredycast.
Heck yeah.
So we
Thank you.
posted. So we talked about cryptids last week. We had a listener question come in. They asked, what was like the least likely cryptid
Yes.
to be real?
Yes.
And then so I clipped that, put it on TikTok. I never would have thought
Yeah.
in my life that the content we produce would spark a discussion about Jesus and if Jesus is a cryptid or not.
You know, if I had a list, if I kept a list of all the things I didn't think we were ever going to do
Yeah.
in this podcast, I'm telling you, the list would be long, guys.
Inspire conversation in general, but
How many times do we always say that? Like, dude, if you would have asked us a year ago or 2 years ago that we would be doing this, like, we get into the weirdest shit sometimes.
the weirdest.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a big comment chain on our TikTok, just an argument almost about
Yeah.
if Jesus is a cryptid. People are saying, no, he was a real person. And other people are like, are you sure? Nah. And me personally, cryptid.
It's like, you calling J-Dog
J-Dog.
straight up cryptid.
J-Dog, you a cryptid.
Now, what makes a cryptid a cryptid? Explain.
Like a creature or a being or
Okay.
something that you're not 100%, at least to me, like it's a creature or being who you're not 100% is real or not.
Not identified by science.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And I mean, like,
is there proof that Jesus was an actual person?
yes.
So then.
But
Oh.
like I'm not a religious person, and I don't take this podcast seriously, as we've displayed numerous times.
Of course.
But I mean, like, he's supposed to turn water into wine.
So you're saying the legend, the mythos is false.
Well,
but
I'm
you're
not saying
saying
that's
Jesus
false either,
exists. Oh.
Because there was no proof, so it's just like a cryptid. We don't have proof that he could actually do these things.
Huh.
So is Jesus a cryptid?
Dude, now you...
We can ask everybody here. We have a lot of customers and people hanging out here in Monger while we're recording right now.
Yeah. There's at least
We could take, like, a
20-something people here we
poll.
could ask.
Do you guys think Jesus was a cryptid?
Jesus?
Yes.
Was Jesus a cryptid?
Is Jesus
Does he qualify as a cryptid?
a cryptid?
Now, and I'll
or
say the argument
nah?
here is obviously there's
He was a terrible
the
carpenter?
mythos
Okay.
and the legend of all of his
I thought he
miracles
was a
and
pretty great
powers.
carpenter.
But to say that he was not real or didn't exist, that's just, if there's historical proof, then he's not a cryptid because he's very much an identified person.
I have a better question.
A better question.
Okay, a better question's coming. All right. Get on that mic right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of the mic, Brody Hubbard's here with a question, everybody.
Were there cryptids on Noah's Ark? That's what you have to be asking yourself.
Oh, shit.
Because two of every creature, every living, breathing creature.
Yeah.
And so if there's a Bigfoot, there's two Bigfoots.
Yeah.
If there's a chupacabra, there's two chupacabras.
But
There's Jersey Devils.
I thought that dinosaurs died in the flood.
They did, didn't they? They went extinct because of the flood. And that's the creationist idea, right? That they were living
They were all
simultaneously.
wiped out, yeah.
Yeah. So, but we have things that have evolved from dinosaurs, right? Birds.
Very much so.
Although you can't necessarily, if you're a creationist, reconcile the creationist and evolutionary philosophies. But perhaps there are animals, like source animals that
Well,
I don't know what you
the
would call
problem
them,
is
that
the problem we
cryptids
bump
evolved from.
into. Noah's Ark wasn't real, y'all. There are too many animals. Too many.
But they
I'm
found
sorry.
they found the wood on the mountain.
Oh God, I could go find some wood on a mountain right now. Okay,
I bet.
it didn't hold.
I bet you
two
could.
of every animal in the world.
You find me some
You
wood
know
on
how
a mountain.
big that boat would have to be, and how like well built it would have to be
I
to
mean-
sustain two elephants alone. And then you're gonna throw in giraffes. You're telling me there was two blue whales on this boat?
No, they were in the water. They were in the ocean, and then as the water,
Okay.
they were
So
the
these were
ocean
land
animals
animals
were
only?
Yeah, you don't put
Still
an ocean
bullshit.
in an ark, you goober.
There was no Noah's Ark.
Oh man, he
There might
doesn't
have
even
been the
got the
idea
story.
of a Noah's
You know what?
Ark.
Take
Like,
another.
Noah maybe had the idea of this, but he ain't putting two of every animal on that boat. I'm sorry, y'all.
Where was the unicorn?
Jesus was a cryptid, and Noah's
Maybe he
just
could have
had a
left
cool-ass
like
boat.
maybe he could have left like some snakes or something, and then just said,
Yeah,
you know what?
told
Let's
me
bring the
there's
unicorns.
Two of every snake. You know how many species of snake are on this planet? You know how many bugs and insects?
We
on
could
this
do
planet?
without one, right? Like, it'd be
yeah,
all
two
right.
of every animal on that boat.
Like guy might have been like, you can leave that one. Like he's fine. You don't have to bring the fleas. Like you don't got to bring termites or anything.
man.
Like that's okay.
Birds? Were birds on this boat?
Like you're good. Like boll weevils? Nah, we're good. We don't need those.
Yeah.
We don't need those flies that like what are they called? Bot flies, and they like
And
have the
skunks?
yeah. Well,
Tell me
skunks
they
are
had
kind
two
of cute.
skunks on that thing?
Yeah, probably.
Man.
Whatever.
I'm just-
If you lived back then, you would smell worse than a skunk.
I'm just punching holes in the Bible today.
Wow. Now I guess we're a religious podcast. Thanks, Tony.
I never
Way
read
to
the Bible
bring
once.
J Diddy into
The only-
it.
You young men.
The only time I ever read the Bible was to find
Thank
out
you,
if
Brody.
that line from
Thank
Pulp
you
Fiction
for
was really
actually
from the
bringing
Bible or
some
not.
cleverness and smarts to this stupid conversation.
We
So
got a flag, one of our comments flagged on TikTok because I replied to somebody.
Uh-huh.
They said something negative about our video, and I replied, "Poopy caca on you,"
Dang.
because that's what we said in the clip.
Yeah, we did.
And TikTok removed that comment and said, "This is a violation.
Shame on
sir.
you.
Shame on you."
You do not call another human a poopy caca.
Poopy caca
Hold on. But it
on
didn't
you.
remove the other guy's calling
Well, I don't
us a
think he
poop.
said. I don't think he said poopy caca. I forget what he said.
You were just.
There's over 1,000 comments on this video.
So the
right
video's
now,
fine when we say it, but we can't say it
Yeah.
in the comments.
Right.
I hate. What were we talking about on the way here? How much I fucking hate social media.
AI,
and
man.
AI
AI is just ruining
and,
it.
and algorithms and all this dumb it makes no sense.
We posted 3 clips from our interview with Finn Wolfhard, Fred
Yeah.
Hetchinger, and Billy Brick.
Oh Jesus!
Oh God!
Sorry, there's a
Michael Myers
Myers.
is here, and Michael Myers is giving me a note that says,
Oh,
"Where are my Value Sesh gummies?"
He's here.
They're in the car, Michael. I will give them to you.
Are they in the car? Please tell me they're in the car. Are they actually in the car?
Yeah, they're in the
They're
car.
in the car. Oh, cool. Whew. Whew, you want me to go get
Go to
them?
valuesesh.com, use code Scaredy, or sign up to our Patreon, get a free bag.
I heard there's taffy.
I'll
I
get
want to
the
try
free
the
soon.
taffy.
I got taffy.
Oh God, dude! I didn't.
Just,
He's gonna kill you. He's gonna find you. In the
I forgot what's
parking lot.
the Hell of a Summer. So I posted
Yeah.
3 clips from our Hell of a Summer interview, and so when we did that, we got our good friend Jordan out. He brought us good
Aw,
professional
man.
cameras. It looked nice.
Oh,
Too nice.
too nice.
Too nice for TikTok. Because
literally-
TikTok was like, "This isn't your content. This is disqualified from the creator program."
So we got flagged because,
So our 3 clips. Thankfully, those clips didn't really do well to
No.
begin with,
but
because they all got demonetized because they were too nice.
it was like basically like, whoa, wait. Why? How come you guys have 1,000 videos that look like this, and then all of a sudden you look professional? You stole this.
You look
You're full
way
of shit.
too professional.
And it literally like, stupid
I even
AI.
like it even asked for like photo evidence of like this. And so I sent like all the photos we took that day, and I told him my description.
it's
I'm like,
because you're arguing with a Google
I'm
chat.
like, it's
dude.
literally,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a bot I'm arguing with. TikTok. I love you, TikTok, but
Man, you know what?
I hate you at the same time.
I stopped over at ATL, which is right
ATL
next
Wings
door.
Next door. Brian got us Kool-Aids.
I picked up a couple large. I threw a lot of fucking ice in there.
I'm gonna take
I got Tony Boy a blue raspberry lemonade, and I threw a little, mostly blue ras, and then I went like a little shot of fruit punch, which made it purple.
Oh.
So that's not grape.
Oh.
That is a little mix, a little purple drink.
You said you had a new cryptid for us to talk about.
Yeah. So I was actually a little worried for a second because when you started that story about the comments,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he's gonna take my bit that I was thinking about.
Oh, no.
So in that, I'm going through this because it's funny. It's like not a lot of people are liking it. They're just arguing. So it's like,
Right.
well, actually, I don't know how many people. I didn't even see the likes. There's a lot of views and a lot of comments.
There's a lot of everything going on.
Yeah,
in that
and
clip
so
right
I'm on there and I'm trying to go through these comments and comment or reply or whatever, and time again on there. Like, dude, it must have been 20 at least before I stopped and just said, okay, what the hell? There is a cryptid that they were mentioning I have never heard of. It's a brand new one. And I was like, okay, usually I can hear like one backwoods name of something that I'm like, yeah, that's because his aunt or, his grandma used to use it to scare him or something. And I'm like, no.
Right.
But this one, I'm like, wait a minute.
I had to fix your
How did I
microphone, sorry.
miss? That's fine. How did I miss this? There's something called the Slide Rock Bolter.
I saw people commenting about the Slide Rock Monster thing. Bolter?
Dude, it's
What
the
is that?
the Slide Rock Bolter. It's
The
the coolest
Slide
shit.
Rock
It's
Bolter?
Yeah, that sounds badass because
Yeah.
bolters are also the guns in Warhammer.
Oh.
And it's Slide Rock Bolter. It just sounds like just a sick ass.
Is it just like a real fast cryptid, like a bolts around?
Bro, I couldn't be more far from the truth. And I'm not saying that to insult you. I'm saying this because I was so blown away. I was
Yeah?
like, you know what? I'm just going to read this together with you because we're going to learn about a new cryptid today, folks. Usually I educate you guys, but today I'm being learned.
Dang,
I'm
we're
being
all learning
educated.
today.
This thing is like a fucking giant whale-sized catfish.
What?
It lives on mountain peaks, and all of the mountains have to be at least 45-degree angles because this thing secretes grease and oil out of its mouth and
Oh.
slides down.
The
Do you see that?
The greasy
It's like
cryptid.
a greasy fish bolter. Listen to this. The Slide Rock Bolter, Macrocystoma sacroperumptus.
Say that 10 times fast.
You want me to?
Yeah, try it.
Macrocystoma sacro... No.
No,
Fuck.
you can't even do it one.
Max, I already did once. You know what?
Oh.
Whatever, dude. Is a bizarre creature and something's lumberjacks, North America during the 19th, 20th centuries. It's believed to live in the mountains of Colorado, of all places.
What?
Yeah.
I love Colorado.
But only on mountains where the slope is at angle.
So it lives
greater.
in the Rockies?
I guess, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It has to have an angle greater than 45 degrees so it can use gravity to propel its way down these mountains.
So does it live in the water?
No.
Okay.
It has an immense head, small eyes, and a large mouth, which is similar to a sculpin. So you've seen it, but it's like one of those weird, like an axolotl kind of thing. It's like one of those weird-looking sea creatures, but it's like I don't know how to describe it, but it to me, this picture makes it look like a giant catfish.
Okay.
Like a huge catfish, but it slides on its belly from the tops of mountains, comes barreling down.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
How does it get to the top?
That's what I don't know. I'm gonna read on.
Does it got legs?
I'm gonna read on. So
It's the size of a blue whale.
According to this picture, yes, but I'm going to
Okay.
see if it describes it better.
That's big. I don't think that's real.
It's said to have caused great uneasiness amongst tourists visiting the mountains of Colorado. Yeah, there's a fucking bus-sized catfish sliding down the. This
That'd
fearsome
be very
animal.
Inconvenient.
This fearsome animal uses the grab hooks on its divided tail to latch onto the crest of a mountain or a ridge. So that's why it's called the slide rock bolter, but it's like, I guess it slides on the rock, but it also like hooks. It has like a hook tail.
Oh, okay.
And it like can
like mountain climbers
pivot,
when they hit the
kinda.
bolts into the mountain and they're climbing up.
So then it says it often remains motionless for days at a time, watching the gulch below for tourists or any other hapless creatures. Once it spots its prey, it will lift its tail to release its hold on the crest. As gravity sends it barreling downhill, it drools grease from the corners of its mouth to increase the speed of its huge body.
Damn.
The bolter scoops up its victims in its mouth as it slides down.
Victims?
The accumulated speed will carry the bolter up the next slope, where it will once again grasp the ridge with its tail and wait. So this thing is literally doing like Tony Hawk half pipe, and it hooks and it grabs on, and then it waits and waits and waits, and then something walks by. He releases the trap. Hawk Tuas all the way down that motherfucker. Like a greased up bathtub comes shooting up the other side. And then he hangs.
Yeah.
He hooks his tail over.
And then he just hangs
eats
there?
and waits and waits.
Sounds like it's something you'd fight in a video game.
So you could just be anywhere at the bottom of a mountain and all of a sudden hear and feel this rumbling, and then this fucking this thing just comes down and swallows you whole. Let's see how big this thing is. Whole parties of tourists are reported to have been gulped down at once.
Okay.
So yeah, blue whale is not. Yeah, that's not that far out.
Right.
The animal's a menace not only to tourists but to the forest as well. Many spruce-covered slopes have been rendered wastelands as the bolter knocks the trees out by their roots or mows them down as if a scythe.
Look,
Damn.
I have no reason not to believe.
Okay.
But this seems.
Can
a
you
little
imagine
much.
the commotion of multiple blue whale species, like
a blue whale sliding down a mountain and gulping
multiple,
up
just
tourists?
fly? Yeah, like this would be. I mean, unless this is on what do you call that land that's all bought up by the government right now? It's like the
America.
Well, yeah, but it's called like the BLM. They own like 80% of all empty land in the U.S. And it's like, what are you doing with that? But it's all federal.
Right.
You can't go on it.
Where's that one place at? I think it's in like Wyoming or Idaho, maybe. But there's like
Idaho.
I forget what it's called, but apparently there's like no law there because it's in such a weird. It's in like such a weird zone or something. Apparently, like there's no laws or anything there. It's. I'll
How
look
many
it up
people live there?
Stay tuned next week, maybe if I remember.
Right. All right, write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, write that down, everybody.
Okay, so let's wrap this up with this guy. A forest ranger whose district included the rough country between Ophir Peaks and the Lizard Head conceived the bold idea of deceiving a slide rock bolter to slide to its own destruction. A dummy tourist was outfitted with a plaid Norfolk jacket, knee breeches, and a guidebook to Colorado. The dummy was filled with powder and fulminate caps and posed in a conspicuous place. The next day, the false tourist attracted the attention of a bolter that had been hanging for days on the slopes of Lizard Head. The creature attacked. The resulting explosion flattened half the buildings in Rico, which were never rebuilt. The remains of the unfortunate bolter made many a meal for the local buzzards that summer. Apparently, there's a 2015 horror-inspired remake of something called Fearsome Creatures. The Slide Rock Bolter is depicted as an enormous landfish weighing 25,000 pounds with fins, a hooked caudal fin, and 3 chitinous razor-sharp tooth gizzards. It is vulnerable to leprosy.
What?
Like, it gets a little flaky, a little dry, a little
Can
ashy.
become a leper?
Yeah, he's like, you gotta keep it.
I don't know about
You gotta
this
keep
one,
it moistured
guys.
up.
I'll go on your journey
the
of a lot
slide-
of weird things, but I don't know about this one.
The slide rock's an apex predator. Obviously, what the hell's gonna eat that?
Yeah.
Its behavior is also used to scare away the other predators haunting Colorado, such as wolves, spider wolves,
What is
overwolves,
a what?
Frenchmen, and a renegade hodag. The scientific name is Liaphethenata
you imagine the sound?
mucopurulentius.
Like, what do you think the sound is when this thing is sliding down these rocks? Just like
Do you think
grease
it makes a
and-
sound?
yeah.
Oh, wait. Are you saying like a growl from it, or
No,
what
like
is the sound created by
Yeah,
this
the
thing?
sound of him like these things sliding down a mountain with the grease and the rocks,
Dude.
just like
This thing.
just like slippery and slimy, but rocky. And
well, remember,
that-
it's just hanging. So it's
but
just
let's go the hanging it slides, right?
as soon as it
Yeah.
lets go. I mean, as soon as this thing's heavy, so it's gonna go like a tree got topped.
I
right?
think the
Or,
only
like,
way
toppled
to
over.
find out if this is real is to go look for ourselves.
Do we have any listeners in Colorado that are brave enough to
Oh,
face whatever awaits them?
I got some cousins in Colorado that are hunters.
Call 'em
They
up.
got like
Oh, maybe they can take one out.
all those.
They blew one up.
weapons.
I
They go
mean,
hunting all the time.
there you go. Maybe they could take out one of these, or they'll be lost and you'll never hear from them again, and you'll never know if they got gulped.
I mean, I don't really talk to them very much, so
You won't ever. Well, then I guess, R.I.P.
one of the cousins spoiled my mom's death.
Wait, what? Hold on, spoil. Oh my God! I feel like I shouldn't be laughing about this.
So like, my mom lived like in another city, and
Like when?
2020.
Oh, okay. This is like recent, not when you were a kid or something.
No, not when I was
Okay,
a kid.
okay.
No, it was in 2020. I got like a phone call the night before
Yeah.
saying like, oh, they had to take her to the hospital, but everything's okay. Like she just wasn't feeling very well. I'm like,
Okay.
all right, well, call and let me know what's going on. And then I wake up the next morning from a text message from my cousin who I haven't talked to in like years.
Oh,
And his text message is like, "Oh, Tony, I'm so sorry about your mom, dude."
Oh
I'm like,
my
"What do you mean you're sorry about my mom? What the fuck?" So I had to like call my aunt because she lived with my aunt. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Oh,
They're like, "Well,
no.
that's what happened." And I was
dude,
like, "Well, that's
the
horrible."
Worst. I don't.
What are you looking for over here? Some pillows? Wait, you want to say anything
Chucky.
to the listeners out there?
To the
Hi,
world.
listeners.
Hell yeah.
There you go, everybody. Oh, we're recording the podcast, Scaredycast, a new episode right now. You're on the show right now. Look at that. Hey, what up?
We're
Just
broadcasting
talking
this
about how my cousin
to
spoiled my
100
mom's death for
countries.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad timing,
Bad
but you
timing.
brightened it up because it was
Yeah.
like, oh, and then you were like, yeah. See, there you go,
Right?
So-
I'm gonna cuddle up this
so
Michael Myers
huggable.
pillow.
dude. Squishmallows.
My support
You
pillow.
all need to get into the horror business. Start making some cute, because I'll tell you what. As much as I hate big
I got it
businesses
already,
and
dude.
shit,
The spider head
Squishmallows
from the thing,
are
Squishmallow.
so comfy. They're soft. They're the best, dude. I love Squishmallows. And if
do
they start
too.
making a whole horror line, fluffy, you imagine a fluffy one? Look, I have a Sasquatch one and I have a Loch Ness one.
Yeah.
They're right there. They're so close. Just
They
keep
are.
going. Just
Pumpkins.
keep going.
Just make pumpkin ones.
Oh, I think they already have that.
Just make heads of like all the horror
Dude,
characters.
I'm telling you.
Come on,
it's-
Squishmallow,
I
get
know.
on it.
Get your heads in the game. All right.
Literally.
So that's my cryptid. I'd never heard of the slide rock bolter. So thank you, I guess, TikTok and the rest of the world. Apparently, this has been established for a long time, and I never knew about it.
Damn, dude.
So amazing. But now we all learned about this giant whale thing. I'm really bummed that Kelsey wasn't here
She
for
missed
that.
the giant whale.
Well, yeah, she loves the cryptids, man, and I wanted to hear. You know, I kind of miss her saying stupid stuff.
Yeah, we are a silly podcast. But you know what's not a silly podcast?
Which one?
Is Creepy on the Bloody Disgusting Podcast Network.
Aren't they the ones that do the Creepaway Camp?
They are doing Creepaway Camp, which is a little bit silly.
I love silly.
It's a little fun. It's Creepaway Camp is their mini series that they do once a year. They've been doing it for 4 years now.
Oh.
And they're in the middle of their new season.
Oh, cool.
And it's really great.
Yeah.
I've been listening to it like, this is amazing.
And it's like a continuous story. It keeps...
they have other like creators and other podcasters in there as like guest narrators and stuff too.
Holy
dude.
crap. So it's like a whole, like, let's say it's like a Netflix show, but it's literally in audio form.
Yes.
You get to watch a whole, listen
Like
to
a
whole.
little audio adventure.
Well, that's amazing.
But yeah, it's the Creepy Pod on the Bloody Disgusting Podcast Network, Bloody FM. You guys go check them out. Their website is creepypod.com. And yeah, dude, they're really great. Did you watch any movies?
I did.
I watched 2 movies.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, well, the first one is one I've already seen, but I don't think I've really mentioned it. I know you reviewed it. Bye, guys. I watched Psycho Gorman again. Hey, Brody Hubbard over there, he has his kids here because I feel like Psycho Gorman is perfect for kids.
Explain.
If you let your kids watch horror movies, that is.
There you go. Yes. It's the Power Rangers of horror.
It's the Power Rangers of horror.
It's so fun and funny.
Which is why I watched it, because my kid Lucas, who's been around with us doing Scaredycast stuff every once in a while, he was finally like, I want to watch a horror movie, which he rarely does because he's so locked into wrestling right now. Like, the only thing he wants to do is watch wrestling.
I have a really good question, but continue.
I was like, yeah, dude, let's watch Psycho Gorman. And he watched the whole movie. I was really surprised.
Did he like it?
Yeah, usually he gets bored halfway through a movie.
Did you ask him about it, like at the end?
No, I was just happy he made it to the end.
Did he laugh
But
at
dude,
the part? Did he laugh at the part?
Yeah, he laughed at every part.
I love it. I love
dude,
it.
that movie is so good.
It's so great.
I need
and
to
I'm
watch
telling you,
more
man,
movies by that director.
it's
like,
rare for me to like ridiculous movies with horror like that. Not
Yeah.
even, it's hard to call it horror. It's just gory.
Yeah.
But it's so fun and it's hilarious, dude. It's great. It's just a great time.
Dude, it's so great. It's like if you guys took Power Rangers, Adventures of Pete and Pete,
Oh wow!
Gore,
big time.
and just kind of mashed them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds
That's
me of?
Psycho
Almost like a
Gorman.
Metalocalypse episode.
Yeah.
Like I could see Psycho Gorman come into the band and they're like, well, what do we do with them? You know, and then they just hang out with them all day. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like all he wants to do is destroy all of humanity. He hates humans. It's so funny. God, they need to make a show. Also, could you imagine a really dope cosplay of Psycho Gorman?
Oh, my God.
Anybody listening out there,
That would be
where's the Psycho
amazing.
Gorman cosplays? I'm sure I could just Google it. I'm sure people have done it. But I'm just saying, let's step it up. Let's get some badass. Let's bring him into the circuit, man. You know, like
That might be one of my all-time favorite movies.
Psycho Gorman needs to
Like,
be
it's
at all the cons.
So rewatchable too.
Yeah. All right. So what else did you watch? We already know how much we love.
So
that one.
I fired up a Scream box and I watched a movie called
did too.
Cannibal Comedian.
Oh, I knew you were gonna watch that.
You
I was
knew
like,
it.
boop, boop, boop. What's this? Cannibal? That's horrible. At first, I saw Cannibal Holocaust, and I was like, I'd watch that. And then I saw Cannibal Comedian. I was like, Tony will watch that. Oh, it looks so bad.
I'm glad you know. I was gonna text you like, hey, what are you gonna watch? Because I don't want to watch the same movie as you, so we're reviewing the same thing.
You were worried.
But I was like, nah, I think I'm good
You're
here.
good. I'm watching real Cannibal Holocaust.
You're
dude.
watching real movies. I'm watching.
No, I'm kidding. It's probably great. Tell me about it.
It is pretty great. I don't want to spoil too much because it's new and it just came out. So if you guys want to see it, it's on Screambox. And if you go to Screambox right now and sign up, you can get Screambox for an entire year for $38.
Wow.
$38
Break that down.
get you
can find-
Screambox for a full year.
That's like $3 a month. Also, I think they're like if you start just like month to month, it's only like $5 or $6.99.
Yeah.
Like it's really cheap.
Yeah, so if you go to Screambox, you can use the code SB38. You can get Screambox for a full year. They got so much great stuff on there. They have the behind the scenes of Terrifier is on there.
Dude,
like
they
a
have
making
whole
of Terrifier stuff.
like what do you call it? Like a channel or something.
yeah.
Like just Terrifier, and
Yeah.
it's behind the scenes stuff. Damien Leone's picks of like his movies, stuff he's directed. Well, if you're a big Terrifier fan, you have to get Screambox, but because there's a lot of exclusive.
If you're just a
Terrifier
horror
stuff.
fan in general, you need
But
Screambox.
yeah, there's a ton of horror stuff,
especially
on
for the price. Like,
there.
it's unbeatable. And Cannibal Comedian is interesting.
So is it a
it's
movie
just
to
a-
spoil, or is it just why don't you?
I mean,
Why can't you tell me
kinda-
about it? Come on.
I just want you just gotta. It's one of those going blind
Okay,
and hold on.
let me
because
ask you
it's
this.
Just
I'm gonna try and find out what this movie is a little bit just
Crazy.
by asking questions.
yeah.
Is it gory?
Yes.
Is it silly gory?
Yes.
Okay. Is it like gratuitous,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
Jimmy
I
and
mean,
Stiggs?
It can be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now people can maybe, if you're into the messy stuff, you know,
I
like
mean, you're
you
going
can-
into a movie on Screambox called Cannibal Comedian, so it's like going in, you know what you're gonna get.
I guess.
You know,
I
like
guess.
it's not gonna be for me.
Yeah.
It's for me.
So what made
It's
this?
not for Kelsey.
What made this quality? Like, what? First of all, would you rate it? How many?
I'd give it like a good,
how many
good
cannibals?
4, like a 3.5 out of 5.
So you really like this movie?
Yeah.
What? Why?
I just like it when movies, you know, like I've said it before, like I just like it whenever
Lean in.
people make weird movies and they just go for it.
Lean in. Yep. Step right
Like
into it.
don't go in like saying you're going to make something crazy and weird and you just
Right.
kind of like skim it.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't dip
dive
your toe.
in.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Cannonball, bitch.
Yeah. And they dive in.
That's why Psycho Goreman's so good.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's why Psycho Goreman's so good.
They just dive in, man.
I don't care what you do. Even if I don't like it, just be genuine.
Yeah,
just fucking
like-
do it 100%, and I will respect you for it.
Like my favorite thing about Andy Kaufman.
Yeah?
Don't worry, this will
Okay.
make sense in a
was
minute.
like,
Is that he was always making jokes to make himself laugh. Like if anybody else laughed at his jokes, that was great. But he was always like, it's funny to me. Like
That kind of reminds me of like a Mitch.
so it's
Hedberg
like,
thing.
dude, like make the movies for you.
Yeah, all right. All
Don't
right.
worry if people are gonna like it or not. Just
do
go
it.
do it, man. You'll
Yeah.
find your audience.
Yeah, like our Scaredycast movie.
It's gonna find its audience. Speaking of which, if you go to our website and visit our Indiegogo and support our Indiegogo, I added a stretch goal on there.
What's that mean?
So that means if we hit our goal, but then we hit a secondary goal, that's called a stretch goal,
Okay.
and we're going to go into pre-production on a movie.
Holy shit.
We're going to make a movie.
All right. I love that.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
time.
Okay, so what was it?
So I watched Cannibal Comedian. It was
Yes.
great. Go on Screenbox, use the code so you can get a full year of Screenbox and watch a whole bunch of stuff.
4 stars.
Yeah, go watch
Okay.
Cannibal Comedian.
Okay. Practical effects.
Yeah, get some snacks and stuff and
Some fun watch.
some value
Okay.
sesh gummies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or their taffies, or their honey sticks, which have THC in them. And oh my god, you have
What
to go
did you
check 'em out.
watch?
So I watched Horror in the High Desert 2 Minerva.
You finally watched part 2.
I finally did.
Okay.
Finally. Also on Screenbox. They know me, dude. I was
Yeah.
scrolling through right away. It was like, oh, here's the second and third one. And I
Here
was
you
like,
go,
mother.
sir.
They already knew. So
They know you.
There is a third one. I want to say a fourth one's in the making. I'm not sure. But I haven't seen the third one yet, so we'll get there. But
I feel like the fourth one's already out.
okay, I wasn't sure yet.
But-
I'm only on the second.
Yeah,
so-
I don't know
Or
yet.
I guess now the third. But so this one's like tough to review with anything like specific, because if you know the movie, which you do, you can't give too much away. It's best to go in blind. I will say this: it's like a found footage documentary. If you've seen the first one, I'm just gonna tell you, if you've seen the first one and you liked it, watch the second one. If you saw the first one and you were like, meh, see the second one. It's got more things. It's just like, it's like the movie is like, oh yeah, the first one was to introduce the story. Now we're getting into it. So I will say the second one is full of good little like jumps and creepy parts. All the great stuff that was in the first one towards the end, after all the storytelling, that's in this one right away. So I really enjoyed it. I'm excited about the third one, and I really don't want to, like I said, I don't want to tell too much, but like I can't give away the story. But it does kind of continue the first one, so please watch the first one before starting the second and the
Yeah.
third, because they are not like they're not like super. I don't even know how to. Just watch the first.
Just
and
watch
then
them.
Yeah, watch them in order.
If you like found footage horror movies, these are perfect.
Yes, and also I love the fact. Oh no, I'm gonna spoil it if you don't already know. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, watch that on
No
Screenbox. Yeah, so good, so good, so good. All right, next on the list.
I don't think we really got too much left on here.
Let me see. Hold on, I have some stuff.
You got more stuff to talk about? We could talk about how mermaids are being poached, and the elite are eating them as fine dining.
What? Hold on. What?
Man, TikTok.
What is TikTok
TikTok
teaching the
just got
kids?
wild
man?
shit sometimes, and I got down this rabbit hole.
Not a
This
value search
guy,
rabbit hole.
he was working. He was asked to come work on a fishing boat,
Okay.
and was told that they would be going after. This was like a month or so ago,
Okay.
and I'm always deep into some value search gummies when I'm on TikTok, so I don't remember all the details, but I do remember this guy. He was brought on a fishing boat to help out the fishing crew. They went to a weird spot out in the ocean, and they caught mermaids that
Okay.
the elite, super rich,
Illuminati, whatever.
like
Yeah.
billionaires.
The
I guess.
Untouchables, yeah.
Yeah. They
The invisible
eat mermaids.
Oh, it's a delicacy.
Yes, that's the word. A delicacy.
Like what's the stupid caviar?
Yeah. So I was thinking, what cryptid
Yeah.
would you want to eat?
Oh man. Well, I've never had horse,
Okay.
but a unicorn steak would
Yeah?
probably be edible, or like a burger maybe.
In Death of a Unicorn, they eat a unicorn steak, and I'll say,
It looked pretty good. It looked pretty
I mean, it looked good, but it was also purple, so I was like,
strange. Yeah,
But I'm
something
a weird.
about
I
that.
like my steak well done.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're one
People
of the.
always, yeah, people
people
always get-
hate us.
They hate it.
Oh, dude,
And I'm
we
like,
just pissed off everyone that's listening to this.
I'm like, go eat steak how you want to eat it. Leave me alone.
Right? Why do you have to hate us? Even though we hate your
Like-
bloody, straight off of the cow, still mooing and blinking at you, rare steak
Imagine
eaters, you
gatekeeping
sickos.
meat.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You just ruined the meat. Now it's just a puck. How
ru-
do you even
totally
eat
ruined
that?
it.
You're like a caveman.
Ugh.
Yeah, whatever. Then I
I'm gonna
guess I'm a
dr-
caveman.
I'm gonna well done my steak and drown it in A1 sauce. Eat my shorts.
eat my shorts.
Eat
I
'em.
like that. Okay.
Cook my shorts well done too.
Best cryptid meal.
To eat.
Bigfoot, I'm not. That's too cannibalistic. It's too close.
no
Plus,
Bigfoot.
he's muscular, man. That's just eating muscle. Be all chewy and gross.
Yeah, chupacabra is probably like super like. Chupacabra is probably like stringy meat, like from Red Dead.
I don't know, dude. Because look, he lives on a pure blood, right?
Yeah.
So like when what they say, like, oh, when you're red blooded, you eat a lot of red meat. You
Yeah.
know, Chupacabra is eating nothing but. That motherfucker's probably lean. He's probably like venison, dude. Like
Yeah.
super lean meat. Plus he flies. Plus he runs.
What's like a bird cryptid?
Mothman or Jersey Devil, the Thunderbird, which everyone shit on you for not believing.
People got
because,
so mad.
I mean, he is pretty much one of them.
Everybody
are.
was like, well, there's California condors. And I'm like, no, this is supposed to be like the size of an airplane, okay? Like, that's how big these Thunderbirds are supposed to be.
Yeah, they're supposed to
I've
like
seen
like a
California
blimp. They're supposed to
condors,
like block the sun
okay?
for a second, and you look up and go, "Holy shit!" Like they can pick up a
Dude,
car.
when I used to work at the zoo,
yeah,
I had to mow the grass inside one of the areas of, I don't remember what
I
bird it
remember
was.
this. Yeah,
But it was like a condor or a vulture or something. And it was me on the lawnmower and two guys with rakes over my head, just walking next to me with fucking rakes up in the air in case this thing tried to swoop down and get our ass.
I just imagine Donkey Kong Country. You remember the vulture that goes, and he gets like every time you hit him on the head, and he
Yeah.
bounces. Yeah, just imagine, and he does that little like, oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, it was
Holy
probably
shit.
not the safest work environment, I would imagine. I remember one day they were
Don't
like,
worry, Tony, we got the rakers.
oh God, you would like. There was one day I was at work and they're like, one of the monkeys got out. It was just a little monkey,
Yeah, like a capuchin.
something like that. Yeah.
A little-
Like it got out. We have to go
Like
all
the
try
Pirates
to
of
catch it,
Caribbean
and it literally
monkeys?
like all of us were there, and it's like in this tree, not a big tree. It was like a bushy tree. It was like maybe 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
But it's just in there. We're all like surrounding it, trying to get it out of there. And I'm like, I'm not qualified to be fighting giant birds and chasing
Yeah.
down monkeys, you guys. Like,
Super random.
I'm just here to like repair things.
This is super random, but it reminded me. I went to the park the other 2 weeks ago for
Yeah.
like my sister's birthday.
You went to the park?
We went to the park. We had a big old day at the park because
Okay.
she's got a kid and like a step kid, and they were playing, and so it's like, yeah, we'll just go and whatever. So the parents sat and talked. They ran and played on the shit. Well, then we see this fire truck.
Do this with
we
your
see this
microphone.
fire truck pull
There you
up.
go.
I was
Sorry.
just yeah, there. So we see this fire truck pull up, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And then they stop at the park, and we're like, looking around, like, what? Is there some kid? Like, what, did we miss something?
Yeah.
And I see like 3, 4, 5 firefighters come out of this truck, and I'm like, and they walk over to this group of kids, and I'm like, oh shit. I saw a bike, and I was like, I wonder if one of the kids fell, broke his arm. And I
Yeah.
was like, but why would they send the fire department in on an ambulance if he broke his arm?
Well, it's
Is that-
because they're like medically trained.
yeah, but to take him to the hospital, or do you?
Well, I don't know if they
do
can
you
take
just
him to
go
the
like, oh
hospital
man,
in
you
a fire
just
truck.
go home to your mom, kid, and then go to the hospital, or would they call the ambulance? I just don't understand how it works. I'm just ignorant. Whatever.
Well, I think like firefighters are like they're also medically trained.
Yes,
So they're like
they are
first
first responders.
responders.
But also, like, if I say, hey, a 911, what's your
Yeah.
emergency? My friend just broke his arm or leg. Why would you send what are they
Well, they
gonna
might
do?
have just been the closest one there to it.
Regardless. The
I
kid
don't
didn't
know.
fall. It wasn't no kid on a bike, but I thought it was. I see them get out, and then all of a sudden they're pulling the hose, and I'm like, what the fuck? What are they putting out? There's nothing here. All the kids
Well,
walk
what are the
over
kids
to a
riding on
tree.
it?
No, all the kids
Oh.
walk over to a tree, and they turn the big motherfucking ass hose on. They
Yeah?
hook it up to the fire, the whole thing.
What?
Boom, and they start shooting into the tree, and I'm like, are they shooting at a cat? I'm like, what is going on? 3 footballs fell from that tree.
What?
They called the fire department. The fire department had like 6 big burly men, and I have
Oh
5
my
witnesses
God.
to this. And we all watched 6 guys shooting fire hose to knock 3 footballs out of a tree. And I was just like, can you even do that? Like, I thought if you like prank called them, they like, it's not a prank,
Maybe
but
like
dude, you're taking them away from
maybe their dad or somebody was a firefighter and was like, hey boys, can you come shoot these footballs up? Climb a tree, kid.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, I didn't even know they did that. I thought that was just in movies from like the 80s. Like,
Right.
oh, my cat is in a tree. Call the fire department.
Are you guys leaving? Are you guys leaving? Okay, I want to make sure you get your stuff before you leave. I got to make sure Mike gets his gummies. Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
I brought some value sesh gummies to give some samples
To
out
Michael
to
Myers.
Michael Myers.
He's literally threatening you.
Yeah, that's weird, dude. I wouldn't ever think of. I
I
mean,
know,
that's a great idea.
But I was like,
But
is this kind of
don't do
weird to
that.
like call the right? Like, I don't know why, but I just felt weird about it. Or maybe I'm just being dumb and
Oh.
whatever. But I was just like, I've never seen the fire department do something like that wasn't putting out a fire or literally like a car accident, you know? And I was like, I didn't know you could do that. Anyways, that was a random side story.
Well, before we wrap things up here, I got to tell you guys about a new sponsor we got here.
Ooh, and then I want to talk real quick about one thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, CritHitAZ.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. They do a
Board?
tabletop
Yes.
gaming, tabletop
Yes.
events. They got a tabletop convention since 2016. Dude, I really want to get together with these guys and play some games
Dude,
because
I love
I've
tabletop.
been wanting to play Dungeons and Dragons for years,
Dude,
and I don't
now's
have
the time.
anybody to play it with.
I'm telling you, it's so much fun, and so many people are now getting into it that have like never been into tabletop.
Yeah.
They're opening their eyes to like, oh, it's really not a big deal. And then you get into it and you realize what you've been missing out on. Get into tabletop.
So, Crit Hit 7 Cosmic Calamity
Oh.
is happening July 5th through the 6th at the Doubletree by Hilton in Phoenix, Arizona, Mesa, Arizona. Go to CritHitAZ.com. Check them out.
You said they're our sponsor?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you
Hell
so much,
yeah.
Crit Hit. And guys, go check it out, especially if you're into tabletop gaming. But either
What's the
way.
one more thing you want to hit on before we wrap this episode up?
We'll wrap this up on this one, but it's a little thematical. Also, I did this intentionally on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm humble bragging here.
Oh, okay.
So I got dressed today. And then I was like, Brian,
Me too.
you never worry about matching. But somehow,
Oh.
but hold on, somehow I pulled this off.
Okay.
Okay, so you on first look, you're going, wow, green and black
Oh, I
shoes
instantly
with
see it.
flamingos. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then you're like, oh wait, and then I was like, oh, Predator jungle, baby.
shirt.
He's in the jungle.
You got jungle
I got jungle
shoes.
shoes. Guess what else I have? Flamingos.
Yeah.
And guess what? The bottom, pink inside. You see that? Look at my
that?
hat. You think, why is he wearing a highlighter pink hat? It matches. Shut the fuck up, fashion police.
Damn,
That's
fashion
right.
police.
I'm fucking
Eating his
matching.
shorts.
I'm fucking matching. Isn't that cool?
I'm gonna
Little
start-
Predator. So,
I love that, dude.
the other thing I wanted to mention, that was not really the thing.
Oh.
There is a new trailer, and if you guys haven't seen it, it is, get this,
Okay, you talk about Predator. I'm going to go get these gummies.
animated Predator movie, which at first, hey, is it a series? Shit, I can't remember. It might be a series. Okay, well, either way, we all know what Prey is. The last Predator movie that was made, it was really great. It was, Native American, all that. It tied in some of the story from the other Predators. Just super, super cool. Loved it. But now the same director is making a new movie, but instead of it being live action and real actors and stuff, it is, I don't remember the studio, but it's like, I think they did Arcane on Netflix, and I want to say maybe the Cyberpunk or something. I don't remember, but they do, like, they're a massively huge animation studio. But they just announced Predator Killer of Killers. Oh my God. Finally, someone is really taking a step in a direction that I want Predator to go. It's not, you're still following humans, but Predator is going through all of, like, the ancient warriors. So, like, think of, like, Deadliest Warrior, that one show. It's like one scene you see, Predator ripping through, like, the paper walls in, like, Japan, and he's fighting samurais and, like, ripping them in half. And then the next scene, he's, like, smashing a Viking's head through a table. And it's like, oh my God, this is what I wanted. Is like, let's follow some Predators. Let's not stick to just humans. And if it's a series, that's cool. I hope we get, like, different parts of the world. I don't know how it's gonna work, but anyways, if you guys haven't, please check out Predator Killer of Killers, because it's I won't say it's perfect. I don't know enough about it, and I haven't seen it. But, like, hell yeah, if you're a Predator fan, he fucks shit up just in the trailer. So check it out. Man, I'm so ready for that. I can't wait to watch it. That's gonna do it, I think, for this. We have a lot of people to go say hi to, and we also did you get the gummies?
Yep.
Okay, Michael Myers is gonna kill
Myers
you.
is a happy boy now.
Cool. Well, then I'm here to say thank you so much to Horror Monger for letting us raid the shop and bug the customers and hang out and kind of use their incredible store as an amazing set. Oh, hey, Chucky.
This guy over there.
You want him over there? I like
Yeah,
that.
put him over there.
I like that.
We should have decorated the couch before we started
I
recording.
know. We're so obsessed with decorating the set. Oh, we could have been
There we
talking
go.
with the gremlin this whole time.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Thank you guys for listening and watching. And make
It's
sure you
okay.
go to
This will be
Scaredycast.
the thumbnail.
There you go, thumbnail.
There you go.